let Benjamin go with them. They go back to Egypt. Joseph finds them. They find Joseph, and they bring money that they had not paid, the money that Joseph had put back in their sacks. They bring it back and say, "We didn't steal from you. Here's the money for the grain we got last time, and we want to buy more grain. And here's our youngest brother, Benjamin." Long story short, Joseph he manipulates his brothers a little bit and makes them think that he's going to kill Benjamin or keep Benjamin as a slave. And finally, one of the brothers says, "You can't do that. I promised my father that I would take care of him. I promised my father that Benjamin would come back. And my father already lost one of his sons that he loves because of our cruelty." So Joseph finally, he has a dinner with them, and finally he reveals to his brothers that, "Hey, I am Joseph." And then these guys are scared, right? Because what's Joseph going to do now? He's the second in command in Egypt. Well, Joseph forgives them. So Joseph is a great story of forgiveness. And Joseph also, as we move on, Joseph's secret to overcoming evil involves something he knew, something he did, and something he refused to do. What did Joseph know? So he goes through this whole life. It's a rough life, right? A rough road. None of us would want to live a life like that, being sold and into slavery, put in prison. But Joseph knew something. He did something, and he refused to do something else. What he knew was that God was sovereign. Nothing comes into our lives by accident. It's either decreed or allowed by an all-wise sovereign God for our good. Genesis 45, 5 through 8. It says, "And now do not be distressed and do not be angry with yourselves." This is Joseph talking to his brothers. "Don't be angry with yourselves for selling me here, because it was to save lives that God sent me ahead of you. For 2 years now there has been famine in the land. And for the next 5 years, there will not be plowing or reaping. But God sent me ahead of you to preserve for you a remnant on the earth and to save your lives by a great deliverance. So then, it was not you who sent me here, but God. He made me father to Pharaoh, lord of his entire household, and ruler of all Egypt." Joseph knew that God was sovereign. See, he knew that he was being molded. He wasn't a victim. See, God has tools that he uses on us. God molds us. We are each a work in progress. God has a chisel. I want to show you a video about God's chisel.
In essence, his masterpiece. I don't know about you, but when I get up in the morning and look in the mirror, I don't see a masterpiece, you know? I mean, maybe a Picasso, you know. But I want to be a masterpiece. I want to be everything that God has created me to be. And so I go to him in prayer and I say, "God, do whatever it takes to get things out of my life that don't need to be there. Mold me into the image of your son so that I can be your masterpiece."
Hi,
Whoa. Who are you?
I'm God.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you just said the prayer, so here I am. That's how it works.
Oh, okay. If you're God, then make it snow in here.
You know, if I made it snow in here, it'd get kind of yucky, and I really don't want to do that.
See, you're not God.
Why do you say that?
God wouldn't say yucky.
Yes, I do. It's a Greek word.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. If you're God, what does Lamentations 15:9 say?
Lamentations is a very short book. It only has 5 chapters.
Why is it so short?
I was tired of lamenting.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you're God, who's going to win the World Series this year?
You know what? I'm not so much into playing games. Why are you so much into playing games?
You are God.
What gave it away?
You answered my question with a question.
I did? Yep, I do that, don't I? I did it again. Step right up. Here we go.
Okay.
All right.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's this about?
These are the tools I'm going to use to make you into my original masterpiece.
Oh, okay.
All right?
Hang on.
Yeah.
I thought you were a carpenter.
That's my son. Here we go. Step right up. Here we go. All right?
Whoa.
Yeah.
How do you know what to chisel and what to leave?
I take out all the things in your life that aren't out of me, kind of like dead weight.
Ooh, speaking of that, could you chisel right in here? I just can't get rid of it. I mean, the other went away, but this, I mean, I've tried exercising. I've watched what I ate. I even did Pilates for a while. That was awkward. But if you could chisel, I mean, right?
Can I talk or can I chisel? Talk, chisel, talk, chisel.
No,
talk,
chisel.
All right, most of my children just like to talk.
Not me. Bring on the chisel.
Here we go. All right. You have a lot of anger,
Ow.
some pride.
Ow.
Compare yourself to others instead of me.
Ow.
You're lazy, but you pretend like you're really, really busy. You have a problem with lust.
Okay. Time out. I do not have a problem with lust.
You don't have a problem with lust.
No, I can do it anytime I want. Okay. Wait. Maybe we can take a little time out. I mean, I think I'm doing pretty good.
You are doing good, but when you look in the mirror, who do you see?
I see me.
Okay, then I need to keep chiseling away because ultimately you and others need to see my son. Here we go.
Okay, hold on. Don't take this the wrong way. It's just that when I start looking more like your son, people get uncomfortable around me, you know? I mean, even my friends at church, they're all like, oh, you're holier than thou. Why would you do that, you know? I mean,
So what you're doing right now is you rather play God in certain areas of your life than for me to be God over your whole life.
I did not say that.
That's what you meant.
Yes, it is. It's hard to talk to you. I mean, you know everything I'm thinking. I'm just saying, you've done good work. Maybe we take a little break, a little time out. We'll come back to it.
What you're doing right now is so common. What you're doing right now is called control. Do you want to control things in your life, or can I chisel? Control, chisel, control.
No, chisel.
Here we go.
No, can we chisel where I want them?
That's called control.
Okay.
You've been holding on to this for a long time. You ready for this?
It hurts.
This hurts me more than it hurts you.
Ow! I don't think you understand this pain.
Don't talk to me about pain. I know all about pain. I sent my son to die on the cross for pain, for sin, but I also did it for another reason, to give you freedom. Do you know what insanity is? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. And there are the things in your life, if you even think back to high school, that you've been doing that do not work in your life, but you go to these empty wells whenever you're hurting, whenever you're angry, whenever you're lonely and tired, but they do not work.
No, okay. I'm thinking maybe
Your
we
thoughts
could...
are not my thoughts.
Oh, okay, but if we went another way,
Your
we
ways
could...
are not my ways.
Okay, well, look, I can't be good.
You can't be good. I've made you good. Be good. What?
Nothing.
What is it?
You wouldn't understand.
I, God of all the universe, wouldn't understand something one of my children has to say. Try me.
It's just... God, I've let you down so many times.
No, you were never holding me up. I hold you up with my victorious, righteous right hand, and don't you forget that. In this relationship, I hold you up.
Okay. Chisel away.
All right.
But just be prepared for what you're going to find in there. Because I know who's inside there. Because God, I get up every morning and I look at him in the mirror. And it is this scared little kid who gets up every day and tries to dress like an adult and act like an adult, but I can't. So just be prepared for what you're going to find in there.
You have listened to so many voices for far too long that are not of me. You think you're junk, don't you? You really, really, really think you're junk. Listen to me.